I started my company 28 years ago, and we've had a few not so serious watch brands over the years, and it took me 28 years to really pull the plug and put in a watch department, just because there's a lot of watches on the market, and there are a lot of stores that carry the regular brands. And in speaking with George and some other people in the last year and a half, I thought, well, I've always designed jewelry to be the art you wear. So we really want to curate a watch department so that the watches also reflect the art that you want to wear on your wrist. And of course, there's technical aspects that attract us to watches, but we're just having a lot of fun with this, and we're having fun meeting a lot of new faces. And if you haven't been in, we hope you'll come by and just see what we're up to. Otherwise, happy to join us at for these conversations. And at this point, I just want to turn this over to my husband, George.
Okay, so I'm going to start this by saying Jake and I started this idea after we got into our watch department. We started talking about groups and how do we get guys together. A few years ago, I was sitting at the country club at the men's club, and Ryan Johnston, who's right over there, with his friend Chad, that in the future I have the two of them, I have an idea for them. We were talking, timepieces came up, and it just became conversation. From that conversation, Ryan, Chad, we all just started, but they started on me hard. You have to figure out a way that we could do something like this for guys to get together. Conversation went, stuck in the back of my head. Valerie said, we're going to get into timepieces, help me find the way. We find the way, we figure it out, and boom, Ryan and Chad came back to my head, and we need to do something just where people can get together, and have fun, talk about why they love watches, the latest piece they bought. We like to carry the independents that are different. We like to have the watches, the timepieces that really stand out, and we like to hear the stories. That has been our favorite part of people that have just dropped in. It's a lot of guys that drop in. We have a great bar if you haven't been there yet. We like it when guys just hang out. Phil, he's a regular over there.
Phil works there.
Yeah. He's found out it's free cocktails, so he just shows up for those. And before you know it, he's barely staggering out the door. But anyway, so it's just a fun time to come and hang out and let's talk and have fun. And then wherever it goes, it goes. We have really been fascinated for how the timepiece department has taken off with our company. I don't even think we had started our timepieces or that the area was, I know it definitely was not even finished yet. And I get a phone call that somebody saw something on the website and this gentleman's coming in to see our HYTs. I'm like, they're just on the website. We don't even have them out where anybody can see them. This man shows up and he's been looking for this piece. In fact, he has it here. If you haven't seen it, it's an incredible HYT Ghost. It's all liquid, HYT, hydro technology. Everything that's in here is liquids. So, and it tells time through it. It has bellows that are actually moving, and that's what's giving the movement of time. It's Bill over here that was building his collection. He came in and boom. And then on top of that, he asked, well, while I was doing that, I heard you also carry Beauvais, and I was in England and saw this piece, and we happened to have it at our store in Sun Valley. Boom, send it down here. And, it was just like here in Oklahoma that we have people that are into timepieces like this. Has just been shocking to me and amazing that we've been able to do it here. There are big brands, Beauvais being one of them, that is astonished with what we're moving here and the people that are interested in it. More than anything, it's the interest, not about what we're selling, that Mr. Rafi, who owns it, is just intrigued with how much he's getting leverage and words spelt and built out of here in Oklahoma City. So I'm leaving for Switzerland on Sunday to go do a special trip and do some reconnaissance to bring back here some more information so the Minutes and Mischiefs thing can grow even more. In September, we're going to have a really great one that we're going to do. Valerie said every quarter, but really we're targeting every 4 to 6 weeks to have it during the busy season. And then we're going to continue from there all the way to our other experimental party that we did, which was the Wild one in November. So that's going to be our big yearly celebration of Minutes and Mischief that we're going to host. That's a party. So you bring your wives and bring everybody, have fun. So we're going to keep making this more and more. So tonight, what I wanted to do was make it our surprise guest, which is really all of you, and we're hoping that you guys just start to mingle, talk about your watches, talk about your passion, introduce yourself to strangers, and just get to know and watch what happens, and just help this grow. We're looking just for guys that understand how to fun and have fun and not...
And women.
And women, so... But I'm going to make this quick now and get it there. So I asked Bill, because he has an incredible collection. Last time we had Rick Nagel, and oh my God, that man has the most unreal collection. He showed up with about 50 watches, I think, and put them out. I asked Bill if he would just bring a few, 3 or 4 would be great. Same thing, just like Rick. Well, I don't know if I can do 3 or 4. So he said, I have a case that fits 10. Are you good if I just pick 10? Because I can't even figure out if I can figure out 10. So somehow he did. And if you have a moment, you have to come by here and see this incredible small collection of his huge collection, just to get an idea of his passion for horology. And it's just pretty incredible. So he did this. You know what? I'm going to let him say.
I always use the word serendipity for walking in and finding these 2 watches. First of all, let me tell you about the Beauvais, because there's a little more to that story. I was in London and saw the Beauvais. It's a Restful 27, and they had it in purple. And I I love the watch. I didn't want a purple watch. And these are, I mean, coming from Oklahoma, this is kind of a wasteland for, if you want a Rolex, go to BC Clark, whatever, But in terms of finding all of these unusual pieces, you don't find them here. And I was told by the gentleman that I was working with in London that piece in turquoise, which I wanted, was not available, but they would have it made. And so we were going back and forth, and there was some snafu with the credit card processing on their end. Right, 3 different credit cards, couldn't get the money to them, and they don't, for whatever reason, they don't wire. So we went back and forth, and in the meantime, he was working on it. I was also looking at this HYT. And lo and behold, when I started doing the research on the HYT, I was shocked to find out there was a store in Oklahoma carrying HYT. And it was just completely shocking. So, and we even had a little trouble because I emailed about it, and the watch department was moved. The email system wasn't working. I called and left a message. Nobody called me back. Damn, they must not want to sell me this watch. So finally I said, I'm just going to walk in the door. And I did. I walked in the door, and I started talking to them about the HYT. And they said, well, yeah, we have it, but it's in, they didn't even have a watch counter.
We didn't have
no
the watch department a
There
year
was no
ago.
They were all in the safe.
Yeah, they were in Sun Valley. And so they said, we can get that watch and we can have to be here in a couple of days to look at it. I said, okay, that's great. In the meantime, I'm just making small talk with, while they're making phone calls to see, I'm making small talk with another one of the associates there. And I just happened to show him the picture of this Beauvais that I'm talking to this guy in London about. He's like, we have that watch. I said, no, you don't. They told me they told me there are none for sale anywhere in the world. There are no more turquoise ones left. They're all made. And I said, well, if you got it, I said, send it. So I mean, at that time, probably the most expensive watch. I might have spent maybe $35,000 on a watch. And then these 2 show up, and I bought them both the same day. So now it's just been a endless sinkhole of, I've got a problem with the watches.
You got some cool stuff though.
Yeah. So it's only about a 2-year-old addiction. I haven't got broke yet, so there's. But I'm trying as fast as I can. Every time I have my watch.
Anyway, there's a couple great stories in the room. These are the type of stories that we're here to celebrate and have fun with. So have fun. It's all about you guys tonight, and we hope that you come in the future and get to know more and more. We're trying to attract some really big names that I can't believe that are willing to come here to Oklahoma to talk to all of us. If we can just keep the numbers going, the people coming, the right people attending, that's all we ask. Help us spread that word.
Always surprises people, quite frankly.
That's what I love.
We have, I always say we have the most beautiful women in the world who live in Oklahoma. And,
We do.
And we have very well educated and sophisticated travelers who have wonderful taste. And, that's okay. It's a well-kept secret. That's okay with me.
So if we can make some moves like I'm trying to. I'm trying to bring Oklahoma on the map for horology as well. We've got the Thunder, we've got other great things coming, so Keep this up. Help us grow the names. It's not just about our sales. We love just becoming passionate and getting lost in this new world. Okay? So let's have some fun. There's great food, drink. Let's keep it going. Thank you all for coming.